Okay, I'm addressing the Insulfrog type Peco switches, and I had a comment come through, and I was going to try to find on YouTube the answer, and I wasn't quite getting what I was looking for. So this is how I handle it. Now, the short happens when the wheel runs over this area right here, because the rails are in so close proximity. And if you have metal wheels that are wide enough, they will bridge that gap. And your DCC system will beep at you, and it should reset. So what I've done, I don't know that I had to do it on these. The newer ones seem to have a bigger gap. So all you're trying to do is open up the material, I'd say from about here up to here. Don't go down to this area, just where the metal is. Now, you can use either a file or a Dremel. I would recommend a file unless you're have a lot of experience with the Dremel. And I suggest, just let's say that this is your file. Now the end of it is not going to be that wide, but I'm making an example. Turn the file on its edge. Get down to where you feel you're having the problem and work this back and forth on just the metal. In between the two rails, you don't have to get up into the plastic, it's insulated. And so what that does, so I have a crude sketch here. From the factory, it's a bit squared off, and these come pretty close together, and that's why when the wheel rolls over it, there's the bottom part of the wheel, there's the flange, you're going to get either contact or an arc. Over here, this is what it looks like when you filed it on a 45 like I just showed. It increases this distance. Now I've heard and been told to insulate one of the rails and all this. You don't need to do that. This is the best way I've found. If you do use a Dremel, you either have to go in on a 45 with the wheel as well, or have a disc that is, I don't have the part number, but it's the thinnest cutoff disc they have. And when I look at these, I can't tell if I did it or not. It is very clean. But I do know my older ones, I did have to do that. So that's all you're trying to do, is remove some of this material that's between the two rails. And once you do that, you should never need to take it to the point where this is almost a razor's edge on both rails. You're just trying to get enough material out. And like I said, again, let's just say my thumb is, we're making a pseudo file here, looking at it cross section. And then we turn that file on its edge and just go back and forth in there until we get the space that we need, because the more you work that file, the further these are going to be away from you. They will thin, but the farther away the electrical contact will be, and you will not have a short.